live. Hey, beautiful people on YouTube, what's going on in the world? Happening. Just waiting for the next download. Well, I got another one. Definitely going to be something that's going to, cause some kind of a discussion to happen. Maybe a little positive discussion. So we're back to molds again. You guys have been following my stuff. I'm pretty big on the molds down there in Peru. And, Tiwanaku, the H blocks. And that's what these basins are. They're in Abu Gharaib Basins. Mystery solved. Got to go over the top a little bit just to stir a little argument. And keep my contemptuous, what would you call them? Beautiful people. Excitable. Anyway, Sun Temple in Egypt. Home of the gods. Also home of too many of the Alabaster Basins. And you guessed it. They are molds from Costa Rica. Now, I'm sure I have no idea how these molds ended up going from Costa Rica to Egypt. But there they are, And I'm gonna display, exhibit some evidence on why I think that is. Costa Rica's in Central America. The molds make large geopolymer stone balls. All right. I'll try to keep it quick. There's the Sun Temple. It's kind of blown up way too much. There's a big obelisk up here. And it would be nice if we rebuilt it. I mean, all of Egypt needs to be rebuilt. Pyramids, temples, you name it. That's what we do. When we smarten up and the mainstream gets around, because they're holding all the money, we rebuild things. All right, moving right along. Here's a couple of stone balls out in the western desert of I think it's the white western desert of Egypt. We'll get to that why and how and all that stuff. Now we're going to get into the mechanics of why these are molds. Simple as can be. All right, you'll notice the holes are drilled all around the key points. There's like 24 of them. And they go right around. Some of them have them, some of them are worn down. I mean, you can go on YouTube and Google this stuff and get better pictures. But you'll see this. So, in essence, these squares come together. All right, they come together like that. All right, and we know there's holes in these bowls or basins. I'll show you in a minute. Like every other mold on the planet, it has a method of inserting the product into the mold, and it also has vents to get the air out. So one or two of them supplying the product. The other two is to get the air out. There's a larger one here. That's not really that good of a picture. It's hard to tell. I mean, these pictures look good on the laptop. You throw them up on the big screen, they get a little fuzzy. But you'll see they're perfectly round. They're somewhat they're half spheres really in the bottoms of them. Obviously, they're not perfect. There are some without the peg holes or dowel holes that line the molds up. So not too sure why. Maybe they're worn down, gone, obliterated, or they're not as precise as the one with the drilled dowel holes where you match up the molds and put them together like here. Okay, so you see it's a half a circle, right? Half a sphere, all half a sphere. Again, you put brass, steel, whatever you want to call it, wood dowels, whatever area you think these people are at to satisfy your intellectual needs, and you put the thing together. All right. And then you hold the molds together with like a U-shaped clip, right? One on here, one over there. All right, and you pour the product into the mold. This is not the same mold. What do you call it? Graphic artist quit on me. Actually, I never had one, but yeah. So I mean, here's a mold hole right here. I mean, this is exactly what we're talking about. I mean, this is elementary. I'm sure you guys already know this anyways, but I'm going to bring it out there and talk about it anyhow. But these are your basic mold, injection molding plants. This is it. They line up so the product gets put together. You pour the product in, goes in, reaches its equilibrium, pushes all the air out. This is a mold for pouring gold bars or a sand casting, pouring you know, cast iron or what have you. Any type of thing. I mean, this stuff's been around obviously pretty long. You know, we're talking you know, tens of thousands of years now, and even longer. These stone balls are all over the place in Costa Rica. Well, that's why I surmise these basins, okay, Alabaster Basins that are over in Abu Ghraib, we're actually over here in Costa Rica. Now, that all being said, it's possible that these molds might also be over there, but you have the technology on both sides of the you know, the world, if you want to put it that way. So, large ones, you know, medium-sized ones. You know, these are just amazing. I mean, they're all, you know, almost perfect. Okay, you pop it out of the mold, you do a little sanding, adjusting, and I'm sure with the a little bit of inspection, you will find the injection ports where these balls were all in a mold before they were put out. Okay, there's a steel mold here that they used to make round spherical balls of different material. Again, Costa Rica, a lot of these balls are good size. So there's no doubt. Okay, if you read David Davidowitz, he's a French archaeologist, did a lot of testing on stones on the Giza Plateau. We're talking microscopic, analytical, breaking it down to the atomic level, and there's geopolymers all over the place. Okay, so let's just stop right there. Okay, that's a fact. It's undeniable. You know, so that's about it, really. It's not a big video. You know, just putting it out there. It's just something I've been looking at for years, and yeah, I wait for the download, you know, and then I come down here to the Studio One here, and we'll put out a video. But you can see there was some kind of an attempt in Egypt. This is up in Egypt to make these balls. Now, like I said at the beginning of the video, Lord only knows what these balls were for. I mean, they could be. I mean, I think these people, you know, they get the molds. You know, maybe it was a big thing. You know, let's make some balls. Oh, that's amazing. And the polymers in Costa Rica are much better handling the Costa Rican weather than, say, like the Egyptian weather. We might have had the same ingredients, okay, making the cement, the polymers, geopolymers, just plain polymers. But that all being said, you know, so there's evidence of, you know, erosion of the balls, and this ain't too far away from where these Alabaster Basins are. I know the Alabaster Basins were all over. They were scattered to the four corners of Egypt, and a good majority of them are now in Abu Ghraib, Temple of the Sun. So there you have it. So there's some evidence that there was, you know, they were making these round things. Now, you know, going out on a limb, you alien people here, you know, the alien crowd, you know, round spherical stones would have a gravitational use for artificial gravity in space. Okay, same as the moon goes around, you know, the Earth spins through the moon's gravitational field. You can make micro gravitational, you know, devices that would help you stay in space longer. Just throwing that out there, just an idea, because seems like I mean, it's just for decorative purposes to make round balls. I don't know. I mean, it could be like you know, a method for marking your territory. You put the round balls, and this is our land, and you know, that's pretty prevalent in Europe, all over Europe, the Middle East. You know, it's the gang slang. You know, this is our land. You know, so I mean, just throwing out some ideas. Shoot me up some comments. Give me some likes. don't forget to subscribe. You know, share this stuff because this is important. You got to get this stuff out. You know, it's your planet too. All right, peace out, people. I'll be putting out a few more. I got a couple more downloads. I'm just dusting off the old brain, trying to get the vocabulary kicking again. But we'll shoot them out to you as soon as I get them. You know, formatted on a PowerPoint. All right, peace out.